It's Saturday. I've got primer on my hands because I've been doing some priming. Look at my knuckles slowly healing. But then I got another injury here when I was moving a wood pile the other day. So it covers up right over this poor bunny rabbit. Yep. Anyway, jumping off the deep end right away. So today I'm going to do something for like one of my favorite things ever, one of my favorite video games from the Sega Dreamcast. You guys probably don't know the Sega Dreamcast. Maybe you do. If I link this, there's a group called the Dreamcast Junkyard on Twitter, and they've been doing a long rundown poll trying to find the #1 Dreamcast game of all time, fan voted, and had a lot of votes. And the choice was going to be clear. I should have grabbed my Crazy Taxi. Got second place. I have my Crazy Taxi remote control car, just too far out of reach. But of course, the true winner was Shenmue, which was we just knew was going to win. Maybe we didn't. And anyway, a few years ago, I did for the 10th anniversary, 15th anniversary. I think it was the 15th anniversary of Shenmue. It must have been. I did a whole series of watercolors, and I did some prints. So I'm just going to go through these prints really quick. So. You don't know, there's too much to explain. You're walking around, you're Ryo Hazuki, walking around in your small town in Japan, and you're talking to people trying to figure out who murdered your father. And it was sort of a little, like, at the time it was very groundbreaking, but the movement's a little wooden, and the voice acting is a little stiff, but like in a really charming and endearing way. I love this game more than anything. It says, "Do you remember the day the snow turned to rain?" He would ask just like super awkward questions. He would always be asking about a black car at the beginning. This guy would go, "A black car?" And this guy, with this like mobster guy that goes, always had words of wisdom. "Listen, kid, I don't know what fire you've got in your pants, but never detour from yourself," is what this guy says. Perhaps they're out, because you would knock on people's doors, and he just had, "I don't think anybody's home," canned phrases like that. The cat. "You and I have a lot in common. Our parents died on the same day." All right, it's a bit much. "Do make more of an effort to return home as early as possible." I'm trying to do these in the voices. "Come and see me if you're interested in becoming homeless." Aw. "I think a good one is ready to come out of this capsule toy machine." Oh, the best was they're in front of the tomato convenience store, which is the best jingle ever. But he goes, the characters would often just stand still for eternity and just stare. But he'd go, "Excuse me," and that guy would go, "Sorry, I'm in a big hurry." And then you'd walk away, and the guy would just stand around the same spot forever. That was great. Father's Heaven, Nine Dragons, Mother's Earth, comrades. It's not worth explaining. "I'm confident in the quality of my beef. Funny Bear Burgers." I was thinking about doing Funny Bear Burgers, but I'm going to do something else as a tribute. But I like this guy, even though I never, he doesn't do much. "Yes!" Because that guy just hunches over, and whenever you talk to him, he goes, "Yes!" "Do you know where I can find some sailors?" That was the name of the show. It was called Looking for Sailors, was the name of my exhibit. Because he was looking for sailors, and it was just really, he just asked, like, "Excuse me," and he just asked somebody on the street, and they'd be like, "Yes," and he'd be like, "Do you know where I can find some sailors?" I don't know, it was funny. "I'm so thirsty, and I want a drink, but I don't have any change," and then you could buy him a drink, or don't buy him a drink, and it doesn't matter either way if you buy it for him or not. He just goes, "Gee, I hit the spot," or something. "I got me a pair of very rare jeans." All right. "You frontin' with me?" This is the guy that you're always, guys are trying to pick a fight with you. You're inside the U arcade. "Hey, Ryo, how about a dog?" "Tom, we need Tom." And then, "I get seasick. What's groovin', bro?" It's Goro. "Get out of my space school, boy." And "I'm just fine and dandy." All right, that was 4.5 minutes, huh? Golly, gee whiz. It took me a while to go through that. I was trying to decide if I wanted to turn into an animal for Ampersand Island, one of these two characters. I was deciding between Tom, because I love Tom and Dobuita, but if you go down to the harbor, then you get to see Goro, and Goro's so weird, and I decided I'm going to do them both. I'm going to have them probably still just down in town here with the hot dog stand, and I'll make Goro getting a hot dog from Tom. Well, I guess Tom goes down to the harbor too. Yeah, so anyway, that's those guys. And you know what? I might just jump ahead to the inking, and I'm just going to sketch this out. So I'll do a little different today just because I decided to go through all these prints with you guys to see from my exciting show from whenever ago. So, all right, I will see you on the other side when we go into inking. See you in a sec. All right, all sketched in. I did grab really quick. I grabbed my crazy taxi, remote control, car, prize possession. Just look at how 90s and cool that guy is. And she sits in the back and she like wobbles around when you drive the car, so it looks like she's getting some sort of whiplash or something. All right, let me set that back down. All right, and okay. All right, and let me grab my pen. This is going to be a long one. All right, I sketched this in. Come into focus. Come back. Come back to us. There it goes. I haven't done a dog nose like this yet. I decided to do Tom as a dog. I know I've already done a few dogs, but I just wanted only solely for the reason that I thought it'd be funny if a dog owned a hot dog cart. Not that they're eating dogs, because that would be weird, but I figured that might be funny. So we've got a few dogs, but I'm a dog guy, so, you know, we'll get another dog in there. And of course, a lot of these animals that I have drawn do also have hair, so he's going to have these kind of like Tom. They were like a combination between like seaweed and dreadlocks and cornrows. I don't know what they were supposed to be on Tom's head, but he's kind of a wrinkly dog here, because I always thought Tom Johnson had kind of a, his name was Tom Johnson, had a sort of a Jackie Chan-like quality in his face, even though he was supposed to be from America, but had a Jamaican accent. So there was a lot of layers there for Tom. I don't know Tom's whole story, other than he could teach you a tornado kick. But since I already have a Tom, I don't have him here on the island. The mailman's name is Tom. Not that there can't be two people named Tom on an island. My name's Joe. I'm sure there's lots of Joes in my town. But I decided, since his name is Tom Johnson, maybe, just so it's not so obvious, let's just call the dog here, this is TJ. For Tom Johnson. Because he's like, you know what, there's already a Tom. My name's Tom Johnson. Call me TJ. And he's like kind of doing this little Tom Shucky groovy thing. Sometimes I've been doing 4 fingers, sometimes I'm doing 3. Let's just do 3. It looks better that way. Now that he's kind of got this little groove going, he kind of has this Poochie from The Simpsons type quality. Because these are going to be sunglasses. Let me put a little swishy. They'll be sunglasses. They have a tint to them. Because you could see Tom's eyes through his glasses, but they were kind of like sunglasses. I don't know what the deal was with that either. And he would go, "What's groovin', man? I'm always chillin'. How about the dog?" "Yeah, I know him. I saw it when it rained the other day," or whatever. Those sorts of things. Those sorts of little catchphrases. I'd love to have seen like a Tom like pull string doll. And then I decided, since it's Caturday, since today is Caturday, that I would make Goro a cat. We need some more cats here too. So just more cats and dogs. Pretty standard fare, I know, but we don't have anything really weird like a gazelle or anything. I keep meaning to get a deer in. So I swear I'm going to get the deer. But I just, for some reason, I just thought, thinking of the stray cats with this pompadour, we need a cat. One time I saw Brian Setzer at a Minnesota Twins game, and I didn't know what to do. So like an idiot, I just went, "Brian Setzer!" And then he looked at me and he just like gave me like a little, yeah, he pointed his finger like, "I am. Goodbye, weirdo." So if you see Brian Setzer, the cool thing probably to do is to just see it, acknowledge it, keep it in your head, put it away, and then just move on with your life. But do not go, Brian Setzer! Like a jerk. So, he's grooving on up. He's going to get a dog. I keep thinking like him hanging out at this... He always just stood outside and danced in front of the hot dog stand. But there was like a menu board, and it looked like you actually had to be back there to like get people hot dogs. I never saw him ever go back and get a hot dog for anybody. So I don't know what that was about either. If he just never made a sale. His girlfriend, Honey, was she ever back there? I feel like this paw needs a third finger down here. I'm just going to tuck it in there. Little fingernail. And Tom was on the vanguard of it because he had like a food truck before the food truck craze. They called it a hot dog cart, but it was, I think, didn't they? Or did they call it a hot dog stand in the game? I can't remember, but it was definitely, it was a truck. It was portable. It was drivable. So Tom was way ahead of the game with his mobile hot dog stand. There we go. So I'm not going to make it like Shenmue accurate because it doesn't need to be Shenmue accurate because this is not Shenmue. This is Ampersand Island. You're not going to sue me, Sega. Because this isn't Tom Johnson. This is TJ. And this isn't Goro. This is not Goro. Cat Goro. Koro. No. Ooh, I'm going to have to think on that for a sec. What should we call this one? We're not going to call him Goro. Did Goro have a last name? I don't know if he did. Goro the cat. Oh, that sounds so good, though. Maybe we should just let that one ride. And then I'll just wait for my cease and desist letter. Hot dogs. Boom. Very fancy. And since we did that video where I talk about my inflatable corn dog in the house, I'm going to give Tom an inflatable hot dog. Kind of wobbling around in the background with the wind twirling. I remember when you get it at Narita Airport in Tokyo that there was this giant hot dog pouring mustard on himself. This huge statue, it was like 6 feet tall anyway, that you could go up and get your picture taken. And anytime I'd go back with Cody, with the Coty, we would like be nostalgic. Like once we saw that giant statue, that hot dog pouring mustard on himself, it's like we are back in Tokyo, which is a weird thing to connect a giant hot dog. I think he was even draped in an American flag, covering himself in mustard. But that's what we did. Oh, and then I decided just, for the runner-up, for poor old Crazy Taxi, it just, in this competition for the best game, all these years later, I know I was counting on Power Stone 2 and Spirit of Speed. I'll make a little, we don't have cars on the island, or very many of them, so we don't have taxis, but I did make like a little taxi. We have the bubble scooters, so I made a taxi bubble scooter that I thought I'd just kind of throw quickly in the background. I don't want to do it too detailed to distract from the foreground, so I'm just kind of sketching it in with this person who's like sitting on the back. It'll have like a little back seat, and I'll make her look kind of like the girl. I have a few human characters, so I'll throw this girl in here with this somewhat oversized head with kind of Chung Li Zan looking, and then I'll put this dude. What was this dude's name? Oh, BD Joe. I don't know what BD stood for. That's probably some sort of great Sega Dreamcast trivia question that some Sega Dreamcast fans will know. And I'm just going to try to make it look like they're blasting by in the background. I said I don't want it to be too detailed, even though I probably already did too much. to distract from the what's going on in the foreground. But I'm just going to throw a little, just a very faint, just kind of buildings in the background. So anyway, I think I'll just jump ahead and go into turbo paint mode. We'll get on the other side of this and just see what it all looks like once we just lay some paint down. So let's go into turbo paint. All right, there it is. There's TJ and Goro. I'm just going to keep him Goro. And the little crazy taxi going by here in the background on the bubble scooter. Yeah, you know, so this was kind of indulgent because I'm just such a huge Dreamcast fan and an enormous Shenmue fan. So I use this. I could easily just make a whole video or a whole island of just like taking Shenmue characters and turning them into animals, but I won't do that to you. I'm gonna, you know, resist and just do this. So I got Tom and Goro here, or TJ and Goro, and I'll see you guys all on Sunday. Have a good caturday, have a good dogger day, have a good taxer day, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Dreamcast forever. This is me making a fist of power for the Dreamcast because it's thinking. All right, see you guys all on Sunday. Bye.